Hi, welcome to the EssentialTDD course. This is Bala Paranj from rubyplus.com. In this lesson, we will discuss about generating Fibonacci sequence. We will use this as objectives for this lesson are to learn about starter test, TDD cycle, why you need to start and end refactoring in green state, and using existing tests as regression tests. The objectives for this lesson are to learn about the starter test, TDD cycle, why you need to start and end refactoring in green state, and using existing tests as regression tests. Before we jump into the material for the learning objectives, we need to set the context for our problem. Therefore, we need to quickly do a solution domain analysis. From the problem domain analysis lesson from the previous lecture, we already know that the initial conditions are given. So the first two numbers are given. They are not calculated. If you decide to use recursion, you can also think about the terminating condition during the solution domain analysis. From the problem domain From the problem domain analysis, we already know that the initial conditions are given. So the first two numbers are known. They are not calculated. If you decide from the problem domain analysis, we already know that the initial conditions are given. So the first two numbers are given. They are not calculated. You can also think about the terminating condition during the solution domain analysis. Starter test. Ken Beck in his book Test-Driven Development by Example says that we need to start by testing a variant of an operation that doesn't do anything. If you write a realistic test first, then you will find yourself solving a bunch of problems at once. Realistic test will leave you too long without feedback. You want the red-green refactor loop to take just minutes. You can shorten the loop by choosing inputs and outputs that are trivially easy to discover. So pick a starter test that will teach you something, but that you are certain you can quickly get to work. When do we need a starter test? Starter test is helpful when you are implementing something unfamiliar or complicated. You don't need the starter test when you are confident you can pick a test that will require a non-trivial operation. We pick a test that's quick and easy to test, make it pass quickly with dirty implementation, and clean up in the refactor step. This repeats to form a rhythm. We keep the feedback loop short to localize problems and fix them quickly. Refactoring is the process of improving the design without changing the behavior. In Refactoring book by Martin Fowler, he says that you should not refactor and add new features at the same time. You should start refactoring when you are in green state and end refactoring in green state. When you're refactoring, you're not adding any new feature, you're just cleaning up code. Thus, the behavior of the code is preserved at the end of refactoring. If you're refactoring in the red state, the problem could be in production code or the test code, and it's difficult to figure out the cause of failure. Once you have a suite of tests that gives you confidence in your code, it becomes a safety net. You can make changes with confidence knowing that you have tests to catch any regression bugs. In this lesson, you learned about starter test, TDD cycle, why you need to start and end refactoring in green state, and using existing tests as regression tests.